Why was it that we had ministerial resignations in the first week of July 2022, which resulted in the end in Boris Johnson announcing that he would resign as well? My name's Mike Cashman, channel is Britannia Waves the Rules. Please subscribe if you like the videos. Yes, so why was it? And I particularly mean, why that particular timing? Now, if you listen to the ministers concerned, then this was to do with lack of trust in Boris Johnson, because if he was lying about Chris Pincher or lying about his lying, then they could no longer trust him. But that didn't result in them resigning when he lied over Partygate. It didn't result in them resigning when he lied about what was in the Northern Ireland Protocol. It didn't result in them resigning when he lied over protecting people in care homes. See, I know of nothing in the Ministerial Code which says if a minister or the Prime Minister lies 17 times, then that's acceptable, but on the 18th occasion, action must be taken. So, faced with the idea that it was the lies about Pincher that triggered the resignations of Sunak and Javid, which started the other resignations, we have to question that. So why that particular timing? Well, now, this timing is the ideal timing for a leadership contest from the point of view of the successors. It allows, as we've heard, the early rounds to take place in Westminster when they have a chance to lobby the MPs that they want to support them. And that process is concluded as Parliament packs up for the summer recess. They then have the summer, or the final two have the summer to campaign before a new Prime Minister is installed on the 5th of September and has a little bit of time to get his or her feet under the table before going to the party conference for their coronation. A wave of optimism, euphoria, pressing of the reset button, clean slate and all that. You may recall that Boris Johnson had a similar timetable 3 years ago, well, slightly different, because he was actually installed as Prime Minister towards the end of July, so he actually had 1 week with Parliament sitting before it was dissolved, and that was actually a fairly torrid and difficult week for that new Prime Minister. So that timetable, I mean, see, I had predicted some while ago, you've seen another video, I predicted 2 years ago that Boris Johnson wouldn't be retained as Prime Minister beyond 2022. And as we've got closer to it, I have in fact suggested that the ideal timing from the leadership contenders' point of view, the ideal timing for a leadership contest is exactly the timing that we've got. The bigger picture, of course, is that if you are a Tory challenger wanting to replace Boris Johnson, then as well as July being the ideal month in which to launch your challenge, this is the ideal year in which to launch your challenge. Any earlier, you wouldn't want to challenge Johnson then, because you hoped he would pick up some of the initial damage of Brexit. I can't say that there's a great chalice awaiting you now as somewhat of a poison chalice, but a year or two ago you didn't know that. But you wouldn't want to leave it any later, probably because the Prime Minister, whoever he or she is, may want to call a general election in 2023 at the best tactical time, and at that point wants to be able to appoint to a few months in office, at least, some sort of achievements, rather than saying, I've only just arrived, vote for me, which is a rather precarious position for an incoming Prime Minister. So this is what suited them. So the leadership contest happening right at the time that it is, it's almost as if they'd planned it. What do you think?